So, it's another Sunday morning. I am your host, and I'm nipping. It's time for coffee. This is my first one. It's just about 9 o'clock. I'm going to see if we can't start this first one at about noon. It's been storming here the last several days. Of course, the only days I've been home for the last week and a half. And my yard looks horrific. um, my kids live here 2.5 days a week on average. And my girl and her kids moved back to her place in northern Iowa. So, the other, what would that make it, 4.5 days a week on average? It's just me. If you're in the local area, you're looking for adorable kittens, hit me up. I got 5 that are ready to leave. 6 more that will be ready to follow them in a month. 2 sisters got out. Yeah, my 2 cats got out and got themselves knocked up. I will have to go through the proper procedure of getting them fixed. I didn't get on that quick enough. I'm an idiot. Oh, let me see. Computer. No computer again. I'm posting this from a phone. And I updated my phone, and Android did some funky weird shit, and I don't know. It's like getting used to it all over again. Apparently, they upgraded their system a lot. This jump, this particular leap, they upgraded the software. Such as, they call it progress. Same thing as when they knock all the trees down in a valley, cut roads to their put houses and name the roads after the trees they knock down. It's progress. Which I think is fucking ridiculous. We've got entire sectors of the United States that are just stripped out, dying, dead. They could be reclaimed in natural earth, or they could go through and tear that up and build there. I don't know. I watch the world around me, I watch the politics around me, and I grow concerned and distraught. The economic climate is not helpful to small local businesses. We're blowing up to this big androgynous global conglomerate. We're almost not even individual nations anymore, let alone states. And I mean state in the big organizational form. Police states all over the place. Let me see. I let my internet lapse because, well, I use it for Netflix and that was it. But I can do that on this thing if I want to. I've got a off-air digital antenna, so I pick up a couple channels. That's all I need. I'm simple people, folks. Me and my nephew dropped the line in last night. That was fun. I like hanging out with my nephew. I'll probably get footage of the boys because my nephew and his buddy Tommy, you guys have seen him up on here. They're going to rent the old shop for me that's behind my house because they want to build their own projects, have their own fun, do their own thing. They're 20 years old. I think this is an amazing step forward for them. I think if they can organize that shop in a manner that's suitable and flows, and they can turn out some cool projects. If I can't ramp up production at the shop myself to bring them in and help me build hot rods, which I will be doing. You watch. You just fucking watch. Oh, I gotta sit up here. Just watch it. I'll be building hot rods. Why? Because I want to. Because I can. Because that's my end game intention in all of this. I can't name the last day at the shop I didn't pick up the welder. So that's a big milestone. I am welding and fabricating 5 days a week, something. When a year ago, a spool of wire would sit in the welder and go bad. I'd have to throw it out and put a new spool in. 10-pound spools were a silly thought then, because I wouldn't use it all. Now I'm looking at the expense of the larger spool still, which is like, God, I want to say it's a 20-pounder, 25-pounder. So things are moving at the shop. Sandrail is in the paint. It's going to have to come back. It needs rear suspension. The shocks aren't going to work. You guys will see the videos. It's just not going to work the way I don't think it's going to work. I don't feel it's going to work the way it's supposed to. I feel that we got suggested down a path for shocks and everything, and they're going to improve it, but they're not going to fix the underlying problem. However, the coilover shocks that were on it, I'll probably cut the coils off, cut one of the coils in half and use it, mount it up and use it for suspension. I don't know what else to do. Oh lordy, what else? The G20, Jay's truck. I'm going to get with Jay tomorrow, Monday, and I'm going to pick up the last little bit of cash. I've got things that we didn't have on the list, like the zinc additive for the oil to break in the engine. There's an oil filter adapter that just crumbled when we took it off. Donut gaskets to replace the ones on the exhaust. I think I ended up just cutting the exhaust off and left them attached to the exhaust manifolds, so I'll probably tear all that down. Tomorrow night, possibly today, my nephew and I are going to dig through the old shop in the garage and get all the pieces of the G20 out so I can get them up to the shop, get them cleaned up, get them ready to go. The Saab we did so many months ago, it's actually been sitting. The interior's not completely installed. And the owner's been busy with his personal life and professional life. We're going to have a part-time guy pull it around, finish bolting it together, wash it. We'll wash it and bonnet it off once and get that fucker out of here. It's just done, gone. We got a 2000 Dodge pickup. The parts truck for it is at the shop now, and that parts truck will take the good parts off of it, transfer the shitty parts to the parts truck, and Terry's going to sell the parts truck off, just get rid of it. He picked it up cheap enough, it made sense. We've got some roofing tar to get out of the bed of the 2001. I got parts money so I can buy the bed liner. So we're going to do a little bit to that this week. Paint a tailgate, bed line it, throw some custom exhaust on it or something. I don't know yet what we're going to do. I got to crawl under it and look at it. So the big goal is Friday the G20 will be headed out. The 2001 Ram that's been sitting wasting my space will be headed out. The parts truck will be headed out. Saab will be headed out. Come the end of the week or first of the next week, the Mercedes will be going to Trevor at J-Town, the owner of the C10 that I got in the shop, just to make it vroom and then give me a mechanical list. Suspension, brake, mechanical. I'm going to let him handle that because we're getting away from mechanical side until we can expand the shop. I got a carburetor for a 56 Buick. I'll have that kit in this week. I don't film the carburetor builds. I mean, if you guys really want me to, shout at me, let me know. But carburetor builds are... they're dead. There's nobody doing it. Nobody cares. You get into stuff from the 50s, you have to special order the kits and they take a week to get. I don't know. And they're boring. They're fucking boring. If you want to see great, amazing carburetor builds, go to Mike's Carburetors. That guy, he's a distributor. He rebuilds them. I learned quite a lot off his videos, and there was a couple times I was rebuilding carburetors. I got stumped. I took it apart. I went to put it back together. No matter how much I looked at the pictures I had taken, they didn't make sense. So I found the carburetor on Mike's Carburetors, and he's got a ton of videos. I'm like, oh, that's where that little rod goes. Oh, that's where that little check ball goes. I figured the shit out through watching someone else do it right, where I had screwed up. I haven't mastered it, but I'm competent to take them apart, put them together. It just is. Okay, if this gentleman does his job as he stated, I will be plugging him. I will give a name and number here for the local area. My computer, I was running an Acer 7554 or some shit model. I don't know. I'm not a computer guy. I understand I need 4 gig of RAM. I need 500 gig of hard drive. And I will have to go to an external hard drive. These are things I do understand. And I know why they have to be that way, vaguely. I'm not a computer guy. He came over, took a look at the Acer. I took a look at another laptop. He rebuilds laptops, fixes them, buys up old laptops for parts. I looked at a Toshiba that he had rebuilt. It's probably a year, maybe 2 years newer than the Acer pile of shit that I had. I will be trading him my Acer for probably parts. Whatever the hell he wants to do with it, actually. He's going to transfer my documents files and my pictures files, which my pictures files are all of you guys, all the videos I put up on YouTube. All my raw footage, all my finished videos, all that. My iPod, that's another 80 gigabyte that I'm just not going to fuck with. There's software out there you can dump music off of an iPod onto a computer. Then you have to load up iTunes. You dump the information off the iPod on the computer. Then you have to register the iPod to that computer now, which means you erase your iPod and then you re-download everything off the computer you just downloaded off the iPod. That's how it works. I've done it before. I had a computer stolen. That's how I recovered my library of music. As long as you got one or the other. So I have no reason to believe the guy will let me down. So I will probably be plugging him, his name, his number, once I get all that figured out. But I can't complain right now. I've got a computer that he's going to sell me after transferring my files, my important files, and that's all I wanted, for $175 plus my computer. Plus he's transferring the data. The transfer of the data alone to me is worth $100 to me personally. Because I could stumble through and figure it out. I can figure anything out to put my mind to. So can you, for that matter. Keep that in mind. I don't want to. I don't have that patience. So it'd either be this evening, Sunday evening, or Tuesday evening. I'll get with him, give him his money. He give me my new laptop, and the whole thing will happen. and transfer. But he figured he's got 10 hours of transferring data because I've got probably in the realm of 380 gigabyte of video. Some point I got to get an external, which I will probably conscript him to get me set up with an external, show me how to operate it, and go from there. The big trick is, in general, hire people, keep people around you smarter than you, better at you in different disciplines. Greatness isn't being great all by yourself. Greatness is building the right team for success. I had to get up my nephew's ass a week and a half ago to get that long block built. But he got it built. He did good. I have no worries about that engine or its competency or his competency. He's 20 years old, and I think right now at a 9-to-5 job, he's making triple what I do on a weekly intake. I couldn't be prouder of the kid. He's a damn good kid. I'm excited to see what they do to the shop out back. I want to see them organize it and get it moving and running because, like I said, that's a gateway. Gateway I never had. I didn't know shit about cars till I was in my 20s. September 2011, I brought my first body paint job into the shop, and it wasn't restoration. And that was the start of Smith Welding Restoration at that point, and it was out back here. After going through some turbulence in my life, I landed here and decided I wanted to play with old cars and make cars pretty again, not tear apart engines or suspension or brake. I've rambled for 17 and a half minutes. I miss a lot of videos. I miss the hell out of you guys. I don't even really interact on Facebook because it's a pain in the ass from my phone. So, really, this is me. I'll have a computer up and going. I'll get my internet paid, so I got that back. Probably tomorrow, maybe. It's all going to depend on when money comes back in. Jeremy and I kind of ate shit at the shop this week. This is the fun part is we're at the end of enough projects that there's no more money coming in. So we got to get these projects belted out and gone and then get paid. And we're sitting fat. We're doing good. We can't do that fast enough. We actually have to bring in the part-time help. Which, bringing in part-time help is both horrifying and exhilarating. Bringing in the part-time help means that we're at a position that we can earn exponentially more, and we can get exponentially more done because the work is there to feed a third set of hands. He'd be a part-timer if we had the cash flow. Here's an interesting thing about money, and I'm going to hang up on this idea. It's not how much you make. It's not how much you earn. It's how much you keep. And there are infinite ways of legally keeping your money. But in a business sense, has nothing to do with the volume of money you bring in. It has to do with cash flow. You could run it at a many $1,000 deficit continuously. That's the government. As long as you've got a stream of cash coming in to move around, you can keep things moving, keep things functioning. My aim is to keep things moving, keep things functioning until we've got a reserve set, and then we'll move forward in the next stage of this journey. I think this time next year we'll be working towards a new set of growing pains. Right now, we're just getting grips on the here and now and keeping this shit moving, functional, and raising our personal bar for the work we do. It's not how much you make, it's how much you keep. And if you run a business, it's about cash flowing. And that cash flow may show us a deficit, but it's cash available to maneuver, to leverage, to make things happen. You folks have a great day. Go out and do something fabulous. See to it that your week beats my year. 'Cause I've got a pretty fucking amazing year. I lock myself in my little dungeon. I play with life-size Hot Wheels all day that people pay me to do. When I'm not there, I am lounging with my cats and Pitbull and or playing with my children. What else is there? How much more complete can life get?